Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Irmawati Utami, class 2C, name 201111061. The story of Ramadan to Eid. Ramadan is the most glorious month for Muslim. At that the time my family was very happy because it is the glorious month had come. Before the day, my family had prepared several things related to Ramadan, such as doing padusan. At the beginning of Ramadan, I was sad because I could not fast while all my family was fasting. However, my sadness disappeared when I realized that all of things is the nature of God as a woman. Time has passed. I am fasting now. At the beginning of the fast, I was very happy because in fasting I have a feel of extraordinary rewards. By the time the dawn arrived, my family woke up at 3 with all the dishes that were already there. However, sometimes I feel very sleepy when I wake up for sahur. This is because I sleep too late. We had a meal with rice, milk, energy, fried chicken, and so on. Before the imsak arrived, I immediately took water to drink to avoid dehydration. After the imsak ended, then we prayed in congregation in the mosque, and some were not in congregation. After that, I rushed to take the Quran and read it. After that, I decided to sleep, which is worship during the fasting month. Sometimes I was late or left behind by the time the course had started. This is because I feel asleep and even forgot to be absent. After that, I prayed duhur at home only. Then I took the Al-Quran to return to the Quran. Next, I cook when I do not have assignment for college. Cooking such as making soup with rice and side dishes usually always varies every day. In the afternoon, I rushed to take a shower and did the Asar prayer. Next, I went to the mosque with my brother to teach TPI at the Al-Muhajirin Mosque. I started the TPI by reading Al-Fatiha and prayer studies. After that, I was accompanied by many teachers who were there making it easier when learning began. Then TPI start with the distribution of cards and the reads, the Iqra and the Al-Quran. Furthermore, the teachers lead the children by reading short chapters or prayers. However, most children prior to play such as snakes and leaders painting pious children videos about eating manner and so on. Then when approaching breaking the fast, the children usually have to wash their hands first. However, the children were often crowded and could not clear their errands. Therefore, we as teachers must be able to tidy it up. Then the children immediately put themselves in their respective section, and there is already a drinking and food section for breaking the fast. Before breaking the fast, I lead the children to read the iftar prayer and meal prayer. Then after breaking the fast, we started breaking our fast. When the Maghrib prayer arrived, I immediately went home to perform the prayer. After that, I continue the food that had been given by the mosque. When I feel full, and that's where I also feel sleepy. However, I must immediately perform ablution to perform the Isha prayer and continue with the Tarawih prayer. After that, my family did tadarus with the neighbors who were ready to recite. After a few hours, I went home to do a lot of some work. Sometimes I sleep until 12 midnight. After a few hours, sahur arrived and I still feel sleepy. However, I realized that people who fast must still perform sahur to stay sahur. Therefore, each of my Ramadan activities is like the activities above, and there might be differences in food and college assessment. Before it arrived, my family decided to return to Mathura. However, that sad feeling hit me because my father still lives in Solo. After that, I arrived in Mathura and was still able to perform fasting and Tarawih prayers for 10 days. The day of Eid has arrived. Takbiran has been heard all over the world. I also felt touched and prayed that I would be able to perform the next fast better. Then when the night of Takbiran, my family was doing a large scale cooking activity, which is a Madura's tradition to do Samatan. The morning has arrived. All my family rushed to the mosque to perform the Eid prayers. However, on that day I could not perform the Eid prayers. After the prayers, all the families forgave each other. It was an unforgettable moment because I was able to gather with all the families in Mathura. The break of hope occurred when we realized that the holy month had passed and we hoped to perform the next fast better than before. After that, my family went to my grandmother's house in the east. There I felt happy and immediately took food because I was hungry. After that, I visited a relative's house and hurried home because I was tired. Basically, fasting is an amazing field of reward and can gather with the people we love and not forget to forgive each other. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.